Jërëjëf Sëñ Touba. Jarama Mam Cheikh Ibra Fall. I'm watching Echo from Touba with Sëñ Fallou Gueye. I'm Mam Jaraba from Frankfurt, Germany. Thank you. Keep watching.
Le programme suivant sera en anglais.
ما شاء يفعل من بعد ومكنون ربما سكر لي بالكاف والنون ما شاء يفعل من بعد ومكنون.
Le programme suivant sera en anglais.
ربما سكر لي بالكاف والنون.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Rabbi israh li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Saddid lisani nawir janani safi amani wa zid bara'i. Brothers and sisters, welcome again to Echo from Touba. From Lampfal TV, having an honorable guest today, Sri Moustapha Mbacke, son of Sheikh Gaynde Fatma of Sheikh Muhammad Moustapha and Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba Khadim Rasul. Also president of Nasr. Nasr is a new alternative for solidarity and reinforce unity. Here a political party in Senegal. Sri Moustapha, welcome to the program.
Alhamdulillah, thank you.
Today, September 21st, big date in our calendar, Murid or the calendar. That's exactly when the Sheikh left the African continent. I mean, not the African continent, but Senegal for Gabon after a trial over in St. Louis. September 11, also 5th, a court proceeding reached a guilty decision and exiled him. What do you have to say about that particular trial over in St. Louis?
Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Thank you very much for inviting me again here. This is, we congratulate you first of all.
Thank you.
For reminding people in general throughout the world about September 21st, during which, or on which, a great occurrence happened in the midst of the Atlantic Ocean, and that is the execution of the prayer of the Sheikh in the midst of the Atlantic Ocean between Dakar and Conakry. Now, the court proceedings you talked about, the September 5th trial, which has similarities with this day because he executed a prayer after he entered the court, the governor's office.
Right.
That did not please them, and I think my conclusion is that that's one of the reasons they so quickly reached a decision within an hour, knowing the consequences that this was going to have in Senegal, in the Murid community, in the Islamic community.
Right.
So this is an Islamic victory. In that this person who executed this prayer from this ship, which departed on this day in the morning, this man has, in reality, demonstrated the veracity of Islam.
Right. By standing by himself over there.
By standing by himself over there, by refusing to adjourn his prayer for another hour, and saying that I'm going to execute my prayer at this time, which was prescribed by Allah to all created beings.
It was a fard prayer or a sunnah prayer?
It was a fard prayer.
Oh, mashallah.
It was from Muhammad al-Khairi Jahade, may Allah have mercy on his soul. He said that he heard from Sayyid Amsadu that it was the noon prayer. Now, if you calculate the document, the archive document I have does not specifically say what time the ship left. It was a big ship.
Right.
We would say today more than a 12,000 metric ton ship.
Right.
And the Sheikh jumped from the ship on the Atlantic Ocean to execute his prayer because of the captain of the ship refusing to allow him to pray on the deck. So this was September 21st. Now remember, I just read an archive note, which was written by Governor Mute, who presided over the September 5th jury, who said to the Minister of the Colonies that they will deport him, and this was dated September the 18th, which was a Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, the Sheikh departed from here, Friday or Saturday, in the Gregorian calendar. Now we're still researching what date is exactly date, on the lunar calendar. So when they departed from St. Louis, Senegal, to Dakar, Kër Jean Thiam, as we know it.
The house of Jean Thiam.
The house of Jean Thiam. When he wanted to break his fast, they asked him to respond to the governor. He didn't say, let me break my fast, because it was one of the conditions that he should abide by is to do whatever the white man says if that does not infringe upon his religious duties. He responded, he followed the governor's envoy. When he went there, they locked him in a room.
This famous room.
That famous room. Exactly. Yeah. So up to today, we don't know which room it was, where the room is, because somebody told me it was Kan Lomoni.
I heard Job also.
Somebody else says it's Kanjal Job. So this is a state matter. It is a duty incumbent upon any government in Senegal to disclose these
archives,
and these locations.
I'm going to jump in there. Is it the Sheikh really was a target, a plot of assassination, of eliminating his physical body? Was that really the plan of
that started in St. Louis, Senegal?
It did.
If you read the journal of the Sheikh, in which he says, while in St. Louis, I have suffered trials. He did not say what kind, but he used kafil mumit, the one who preserves, the giver of death. That means that is almost equal to the withdrawal of the soul. So it started in St. Louis. In reality, they wanted to kill him in St. Louis.
Right.
Because at that moment,
even reading Asirum al-Abrar,
that's right.
Certain verses really translate how much pain he went with those people over there in St. Louis.
In St. Louis, Senegal.
Because his relationship with Allah, he never mentioned exactly what kind of problem they gave him. He just, brushed it off for respect of Allah and His Prophet.
Unless it is a trial that would equate that of a prophet or a Nabi, such as the trial of Abraham.
Abraham, right.
He would not say it.
Allahu Akbar.
He said the trial of Abraham, he said the trial of Yunus, he said the trial, etc., etc. So, of course, he was the target of assassination right here. Now, Governor Mute, after deliberating, left Senegal and is relocated to Gabon.
Right.
So you see, if you follow the archives and the work of the French authorities throughout the journey of the Sheikh, you will see that there was a clear plot. The first thing they did when he arrived in Gabon was what? Bury him alive.
Right.
Okay. And the Sheikh alluded to this from the verse in the chapter of Maryam. Subhana Rabbina in kana Rabbina al-Mafula. That ayah he put, and based on the Ra, he wrote, Radama Rabbi ma'aduwi hafar, lidarari wasanani aman kafar.
MashaAllah.
My Lord has ejected me from that hole in which they dug for me in order to destroy me.
Oh, MashaAllah. And
now, Surah Maryam,
right.
19th chapter. 19th chapter, the number 19.
The number 19.
We were just talking about that.
Absolutely, with the basmala, right?
The Sheikh's mother. What's his name?
And he went out. He went away also on the 19th of Muharram.
He departed on the 19th of Muharram, first month.
First month, mashallah.
And he was born on the 19th
on the same
of Muharram.
date.
You know why he was not willing to disclose that date on which he was born? He didn't want people to celebrate it, because he was already celebrating the birth of the Prophet Muhammad.
And also coming back to the journey and also the stage of Dakar, 3 nights, 3 days over here in Dakar. What do we have to learn in that trial here? I mean, all these problems he encountered in Dakar as a murid today. What we should learn from that?
Well, we should start by trying to export Khadimur Rasul, not Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba, Khadimur Rasul.
Right.
The 10 years.
The servant of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
That's what we should try to export, because he is a man who writes based on Quranic verses. That's never been heard of before.
Absolutely.
First time ever, in the last time ever.
Absolutely.
So we should try to make, to cast that bridge between Rasulullah and Khadim Rasulullah. We know that in a Quranic chapter it says, Shara'a lakum min ad-din. Shara'a. Ama shara'a. The same year that the Sheikh was born.
Absolutely.
Who's the Quran talking to?
Allahu Akbar. Absolutely.
I mean, we can go on and try to decipher signs, codes, and symbols, and bring that
attached to Sheikh Al-Khadim.
Absolutely. It's all over.
Speaking of miracle, is the praying on the water a miracle? Considered a miracle?
2 things.
Because he explained it himself to Moustapha said, even on his wall of chanting, kuya bu gëm, kuya bu weddi, Bamba ñu ko doon gaaral. You know, if you want to believe it or not, right? We used to hear that from Sheikh Al-Khadim himself. Though we don't have that problem. We murid, understanding also the power of Allah and His servant who's really following the right things.
A Muslim should not disbelieve in this act. A Muslim.
Absolutely.
A disbeliever, that's a different story altogether. But any Muslim who believes in La ilaha illallah should in fact say, yes, this is possible.
Absolutely.
Because وَيَفْعَلُ مَا يَشَاءُ, he does whatsoever he wills without consulting you or me or anybody else. That is Allah. He enabled him to pray on the Atlantic Ocean a fard prayer. Now, from this posture of executing a prayer, that's not a miracle. But standing on the waters itself is a miracle. And we can go back to the Sheikh's verse himself, in which he says, Kulliyati mujizatun ta'akharat. My everything is a miracle. Kulliyati mujizatun ta'akharat. Wa khairatun ladayka dukhar. So anything that belongs, the deed of the Sheikh himself are part of the deeds of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Because Mu'jiza is known for the prophets.
Known for the prophets.
Miracles are known for
Karama is known
Karama for the awliya.
For the awliya.
MashaAllah.
So then, how can the Prophet and Khadim Rasul be one and the same in 2 separate bodies? How can Allah be manifest and hidden? How can He be first and last? How can He be the compassionate and the avenger?
Right.
Duality. You have to read in between the words and the lines.
Absolutely.
To understand what's beneath that. Talking about miracle, and Surah Hadid, the iron. Do anything today that is deemed necessary for human sustenance will see iron in it. And what does the Quran say about iron?
You know, anzalna hadid.
Exactly. We sent down iron. And we know that iron is dug in from within the earth.
Right.
It doesn't come out.
Right.
How did it get here?
From the sun.
Not from the sun.
No kidding.
The sun was not even hot enough for the formation of iron. In the sun you have 15 million degrees in core. For the formation of iron you will need, I've done research on this,
right.
You will need at least hundreds of millions of degrees. Now, so in torrential showers
from the universe,
right. Allah sends down iron. And when this reached the earth, today we know that the earth's core is where you will find iron and nickel.
Right.
In the center of the earth. If you go back to Surah Hadid, what is the number of Surah Hadid? 57.
Oh, God.
How many chapters do you have in the Quran? 114.
114.
Divided by 2, the center, 57. What is the name? Iron, Al-Hadid.
Oh, God.
So then, if you even look at the numerical value of Al-Hadid, it's either 57, which is Al-Hadid with the article,
right.
the,
right.
or hadith. Hadith, the numerical value is what? 26, the atomic code for iron.
Allahu Akbar.
In that Surah Hadith, the Sheikh composed a qasida based on وَلِلَّهِ مِيرَاثُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ.
Unbelievable. So,
So miracle, yes, it is a miracle because we haven't seen anything like this since Moses.
absolutely.
If you remember Moses, he stroked the sea and divided it.
Right.
Yet that same prophet Moses, who was part of the Ulul Azm, was being taught wisdom by somebody who was not regarded as a prophet.
Khudar.
In our Wolof language.
Right.
Right?
Or
So,
Khidr.
Khidr. What does that tell you? See, you have to have signs and symbols to try to really begin to understand who this man is.
Absolutely.
So it is a miracle
Oh.
based on the fact that we have never seen anything like this. Now, who witnessed it? The French.
Right.
The boat, just like plane.
Even on the archive, you see they just mentioned that there was an incident between Dakar, because I saw it myself on the on certain archive. I was verifying through the internet, and they say there was just an incident between Dakar and Conakry, but they didn't mention exactly what happened. If they enemy, of course, they're not going to say anything that will.
Well, today they're making use of iron, and they refuse to believe the
Believe what Allah
data.
says, and Allah knows there's so many.
Exactly.
And knowing that power, I mean that posture, like you said about the Sheikh and what you represent for this community, people are celebrating like today, the 21st. There's just a while ago the 3 nights of Dakar for the endowment of this heritage. I mean to just keep it right, everybody upright, and also exporting. You live in the United States of America. What happened over there, especially in the suburban area and the inner cities, the killings, and they need someone like Sheikh Al-Khadim to get them out of those troubles. What we should do, how we should stand up in order to export that great icon of this century.
Earlier, I said we should export it.
Right.
When we export it, it's fine and good to keep doing lectures and conferences and whatnot. But it is very important to exhibit what he has written himself based on the Quran. Because you cannot talk about him without linking him to the Quran.
Right.
And that person upon whom the Quran descended.
Right.
So then it is a very easy argument. It's not difficult. So if you are talking about Martin Luther King.
Okay, I'm gonna have to cut it short for